Previously on Trails Beyond the Horizon, the party found a memory orb showing Celeste and Leon's backstories, where they gained their stigmas. They then took on a topic quest to look for the missing Mars Swallow. Finally, they fought Cubelian Terros in the Livre District's junction area. I went against my better judgment and bought a Grand Chardonnay from the Liberal Boutique. I have half a mind to enjoy it straight away at my hotel tonight, alongside a choice selection of bar snacks.
You'll also find the Verns.
Attention everyone, we'll be leaving Trion Mall shortly, so be sure not to forget anything. Our next stop will be the Maserati Hotel in the Sept-Terrion District. And after that, we've got a show at the Chardin to look forward to.
Here is the Liberal Boutique extensive selection.
So yeah, my confession last night hit the mark, and I owe every bit of it to you, Najib. Not at all, it was your own personal charm that made the magic happen. In fact, you're moving along quicker than I expected, letting her spend the night with you right off the bat. That's true, but she looked none too pleased with me when I woke up this morning. As for why, well, that's the question. I didn't even lay so much as a finger on her yesterday. I spoke too soon. New wardrobe outside, same old Jimmy inside. That's exactly what she said, but what the heck does it even mean? Why was she so upset with me, I wonder? It doesn't seem like a total deal breaker, luckily, but man, romance is so complicated.
Major landmarks.
Well, crying shame. Even those lucky underpants must be in tears. Still, you could say this level of innocence is one of Jimmy's positive points. Project proposals are important in and of themselves, but providing employees with in-house training is no less essential. What I need to do is nurture budding talents like Najib. The hurls are only just beginning.
Please, browse to...
Draga Light. Next step up. Speed plus 12.
To get my hands on their extensive selection.
Apparently they're only allowing one T-phone sale per customer now. It had me breathing a sigh of relief and disappointment all at once. Maybe it's best I just give up on this for now. Spraying for it would have left me on a shoestring budget for several months after anyhow. I could still go buy one at the Ouroboros Cafe on Station Street, but something tells me having two personal phones is a little over the top anyhow. Better just throw in the towel for good on this. Alright, Bart, show me your T-phone. I need to check whether or not you've really been using it to study. Huh? But how? You barely know how to work these things. Yeah, stepping out of your comfort zone for the sake of your kids is part of Mara's job. Now let's see. Oh, there's 3 hours of gaming applications. That's not what we promised, is it? You got me. Sorry, Mom. Fellow mom friend taught me how to restrict the search function, so I took the liberty of doing just that. I may not be the most sex-savvy woman around, but a mother always finds a way. No mountain is too high when it comes to our children. Is he playing games with microtransactions or just regular games? I never thought my mom would figure out how to tell how long I've been on my gaming apps. So I guess I gotta behave from now on. And probably stole your credit card for some of those games too. As the T-phone increases in prevalence, so too does the number of trivial inquiries we receive about them. But on the other hand, I also get a sense that more and more of our customers are experts on the subject, courtesy of the Orbital network and so forth. As a consumer-facing employee, it's essential that I keep my own information up to date as well. With all T-phones in the market, our customer service is snowed under. This job has been frazzling me a lot less so, maybe because I'm getting better at it. Next to that, I have enough spare time to study up on technologies outside my immediate work duties. Before, it was all I could do just to handle the work right in front of me. But now I have a little bit of breathing room to spend the studying. I've got to start thinking bigger and bigger about what I can make of myself.
What do you have? Come again.
With the rocket launch only 2 days away, T-phone orders have been sharply increasing. Despite stocking up beforehand, our supply is at risk of being depleted before long. Until now, we had allowed the purchase of multiple units at a time. But from here on, they will be limited to 1 per customer.
I can't even see the top.
Mishy's up on the observation deck right now, along with his little sister, I think. Speaking of which, that Michette is more masterfully crafted character than I realized. Her mere presence brings out a new side of Mishy that amplifies his charm several times over. I may just have to make some room in my super fan heart for both of them now.
They're so high up.
According to Calvard Aerospace Force, the manned rocket launch is slated to take place the day after tomorrow. Unfortunately, the observation deck will be closed during that time. Trion Tower did see significant crowds during the previous 2 launches, but disappointed patrons know that, at most, they only managed to catch a faint glimpse of light in the distance. We appreciate your understanding in this matter. Do you know there's no real concept of up or down space? Wonder what that would mean for people with a fear of heights. I mean, not having any ground to plant your feet on is as terrifying as it gets.
Hey there, what would you like?
Trion Float.
Come again.
Fill of these heavenly sights.
Waha, what's the matter? You haven't much time before the rocket launches. Ugh, if we don't figure this out, we're... Dust, yeah, but which wire do I cut? You know what? You pick, and I'll snip. Fine. The blue one. Alright, here goes. Kids putting on a whole one-man show. With an actual storyline, too. What imagination. And it's like we're watching a movie. Wonder if my agency's looking for child actors.
Trion Tower's observation deck stands 200.
Did we do it? Yeah, looks like the red was the right choice after all. Hey, that's not the one I... That's a hell of an ending. Yes, now's my chance. But wait a sec, if this is a meet and greet, doesn't that mean anyone can hug him? Girl, that's a privilege that should be reserved for only Mishy's most dedicated fans. The very thought of such a fluffy, wuffy little guy becoming a public commodity. Toxic fandoms. We won't be hosting a Mishy show today, I'm afraid. Only meet and greet. As there's very little room up here, we figure dancing might be a little too dangerous.
Deck stands 2.
But don't let that discourage you from meeting Mishy. He's right here and ready for hugs.
Providing a panoramic view of the entire capital.
Weehee, people look a bit like ants from up here, don't they?
Your fill of these
Rich or poor, strong or small, and yet it feels like they could all fit in the palm of my hand. When you're so high up, everyone's equal. Really helps put things in perspective. Meehee. Oh my, all the people down there look like little dolls, perhaps even puppets. Meehee, and I suppose that would make me the one pulling their strings. Come think of it, whenever we dance at our shows, our fans move right along with us. If I go left, the audience will join me without a question. I guess humans really are my little playthings, huh?
Trion
That's a kind of a creepy thing to say, Michette.
250.
Meehee, oh, I was only kidding around, you silly goose.
Providing a panoramic view of the entire capital.
Come on, everyone, let's dance together. Let loose and enjoy the moment.
We hope you enjoy your fill of these heavenly
Meehee, we're holding a special event today, right here on the observation deck. Getting us up here caused quite the hullabaloo, though. After all, having both me and Michette on the elevator makes for a real right tight fit. We had to slim down just to squish it in together.
Trion Tower?
Welcome today.
Oh, this is a token.
Now where?
Oh, another token I missed. I guess there are new tokens in this area, huh? Those definitely weren't there before.
Have to get my hands
Search time.
Big cluster. And at last, I get to see Crimson Fist, the movie everyone's talking about. We never expect Nina Fenley to step so far out of her comfort zone and play a boxer. No way I could miss that. The plan is to catch 3 screenings in total, and that's just for today.
Screen 2 will be opening its doors shortly. Please keep all T-phones on.
Hey, things are gonna be tricky because I already viewed all these movies apparently, so I have to figure out who has to go where now.
And enjoy the film.
Okay. Nina really is amazing. I can't believe she was able to play this kind of character so perfectly. Yeah, I was so immersed in her performance, I actually forgot it was her for a bit. With how many layers the character has, I guess you kind of have to become the part in order to sell it. In that sense, even though it wasn't anything like her usual roles, casting Nina was a brilliant move on the director's part. Yeah, I agree. Bet stepping into Beth's shoes was a real fun challenge for her. So Delinquent begins her life anew through boxing and discovers her own path. Whatever that martial arts, sports, or any other form, it is my belief that meaningful struggles can illuminate the way forward in our lives. I guess you would identify with that, huh? True enough, teaching me the Kunlun style was a big part of what helped me become the person I am now. So it's not just traditional martial arts that can help guide people, but also other types of unique one-on-one fighting styles too. Thinking about it, Mikey's coaching scenes reminded me of the days when you were training me, Master. Indeed. It is inevitable that those who have found the path of a martial artist will guide those who are lost along the same path. In that regard, Mikey likely faced Beth in those moments with feelings similar to my own. I see, well I feel like I'm always learning when you're around, Master. Guess that means this path still has a ways left for me to walk. Okay. Sacred Journey. Risette.
A young boy's journey through the wilderness.
Elaine.
Sacred journey.
Okay, these two have not seen this before. Let's just go with this.
Now in theaters.
That was a wonderful movie. Barbara's interactions with Vince, her various exploits, and the encompassing move of the journey were masterfully blended together. Right, seemed like it was following the classic road trip movie formula at first, but had a bunch of fun spins on the genre. It's definitely a good time, but you seem to have taken an especially big shine to it. It have anything to do with that aspiration of yours you mentioned a while back for genuine feeling? Yeah, so it may be a work of fiction, simply bearing witness to a journey so grand and varied fills my heart. A journey where people meet, part, and experience changes within them as a result of those connections. Seeing all those things on screen, it was like they were made even more brilliant. I see, but hey, these days you've got a pair of legs all your own that can take you on whatever journey you want, right? Guessing that's the reason the movie resonated so deeply with you, huh? Sharp as ever, Mr. Arkride. That probably is part of it, yes. Because of that, a journey like the one we saw on the screen feels so much more real to me now. That may well be why I was so moved. It was fun to see Judith in such a fresh new role for her. Not only that, the movie made me realize how beneficial it would be to have traveling members of the church visit remote regions. Living in Edith, it's hard to think, but there really are regions such as the ones in the movie that are outside the guild's reach. Well, way I hear it, there actually are cases where members of the Growlswer will roam the continent on foot like that. Though Barbara's motivation struck me as a bit different, more like a self-imposed duty than anything else. Maybe part of it was just her obligations as a member of the church, but based on what we saw of her personality, I don't know if that's the whole reason. Agreed, considering what we saw of her past, it's clear she had a strong personal sense of duty. Which included, of course, the work of spreading the Sept-Terrion Church's teachings. Guess you could say Barbara's journey is backed by her own strong principles, her own sister way, if you will. The best I can watch with that in mind will give a whole new context to her particular kind of strength. Having finished our break, Van and his crew resumed their work.
Various boutiques to peruse.
Only 2 more days left until a big launch. And I don't think I've ever felt this keyed up before in my entire life. The last great frontier for mankind, was it? President Gramhart would make an excellent copywriter. Hey, Miss Manager made's on a business trip, so I'll be manning the place for today. But anyway, how about that Project Startaker, huh? All the buzz earlier around it's just getting buzzier and buzzier. The Liberal Kingdom used to lead the continent in airship engineering, but apparently their anti-gravity flight systems aren't enough to breach the atmosphere. Not like Ouroboros rockets, the development of which, from what I hear, the Bernie company applied their ballistic missile tech toward. Let's be real though, if that know-how ever got put to military use, it'd be all sorts of bad news. Rumor is that there's a lot more going on in their service of the space programs or Project Startaker if you want to get official about it. Me though, I'll just be kicking back and watching the show play out.
Welcome to the Liberal Boutique.
Acerbic Tomatort.
Alright, I'll put it on the blog.
Sheesh. Talk about obsessed.
The acerbic tomatoes make the sweetness of the tort shine while adding that tiny bitter edge that keeps you coming back. Respect to whoever came up with this crazy combo. Well, it ain't Arkride Solutions. Out and about in broad daylight, ain't exactly your scene, Meld man. I'm just doing a little fact gathering on a potential scoop, not as any of your concern. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't this the man, the editor-in-chief of Meld magazine? Yes, we previously took on a request from him that related to Dingo.
Here you'll find to peruse.
Well, Leon, what's your next move? Still been on running away from your duty of carrying on the Gekka style. I figured you'd bring that up, and I'd love to say it's none of your business, but sounds to me like somebody's gone too long without a good bout. Prepare for a full course of my true power, honed by the Guild's special curriculum at Lamont HQ. If you're only showing me to pick fights without laying a word in edgewise, then I might have to look into restraining orders. Hey, I'm your family, not some back alley stalker. Let me just say this, I've chosen my path, and no part of it leads me back to Longport. But even still, I should be able to travel it with the Gekka School's core tenant in tow.
Here you'll find
The essence of Gekka lies not in valor, not in embracing violence, but rejecting it.
You'll also find the
Fine, if your mind's made, then I'll stop butting in. It's a path all your own, I'm sure. One that's more than just martial dedication. That's my little sister. Sounds like you got the gist of what I meant. Make no mistake though, I'll still be dropping by now and then to check if you stayed off-road. Straight off-road.
your one-stop shop for import.
Good grief, you're nothing if not consistent. Is it just me or are Lee, Leon, and Xiaoling finally on the same page? Yeah, they've a long haul ahead, but at least a compromise in the cards now. That push on the back we gave him before really paid off.
Wines and acerbic tomatoes.
My brother's Gekka mastery is centered on Qigong techniques, so I've got a pretty decent idea of what he's aiming for. A mix of Qigong and pharmacology is my guess, similar to Dr. Long Kai's approach, but with its own twist. It might take more than just a single generation to pull off, but Leo lets on this, and I'll hang back and watch.
Alrighty.
Welcome to
Oh, it's you guys. Caught me a little preoccupied. But wow, Xiaoling's nothing if not consistent. Still, she didn't shoot my request for independence down the way half expected her to. Maybe it's high time for me to hit the ground running. We do have enough seed money saved up.
various boutiques.
Take your time.
At long last, the day of my self-imposed, self-enforced, and self-awarded shopping spree has come. I'll be having one each of every summer exclusive dessert. On top of my standard order of baked goods and chocolates, of course. Tonight, I surrender myself to the throes of my Quincy addiction.
Luxury wines and a service.
Say I feel no guilt would be a lie, but my pure, unadulterated ecstasy outweighs it by far. So please, don't try to stop me. Well, I visit young Miss LeClaire. We are most honored to have you visit. Would you like us to array a special table for you, or perhaps not on second thought? Yes, as has been previously stated, my family no longer owns the company. Please, treat me as you would any other customer. As you wish. Allow me to start over then. There is a wait if you'd like to be seated. Take out on the other hand, we can prepare straight away. Do feel free to let me know should you have need of anything. Duly noted. Conscientious as ever.
A movie theater. Affordable clothing.
Our respect for Miss LeClaire is toward her character rather than her lineage. Nevertheless, we have no intention of rendering favorable treatment against her will. Do feel free to let me know should you have need of anything.
World boutiques. Innovations.
The Orbital Network hasn't stirred my interest much so far, but the rocket launch 2 days from now is even me keenly curious. Perhaps I'll go purchase myself a T-phone later in light of these unprecedented times. That way I can watch the broadcast from the comfort of my Quincy parlor seat, delightful pastry in hand. Oh, Inez and the rest of your work crew. Busy on the job as usual, are we? Yes, it's good to see you all. Really cutting loose, having a girl stay out at Quincy parlor. Plus one guy. Shut, it's not like I want to be here. Can we just get this educational visitation meeting done with? Don't be so impatient, James. Educational visitation, that brings back memories. Sure does. I heard they suddenly made a call to do it in Longley this year. Yep, originally we were supposed to be off until the end of the week. But then the space program got moved forward. I have to say, I'm looking forward to getting the chance to meet a manned rocket. Let's see a manned rocket launch. You still haven't decided where or not you're going to participate though, have you, Inez? Yes, that's right. Sorry to cause you all so many problems. It's fine. What happens, happens. You just focus on doing your thing, okay? Thank you, Odette. It's nice having such good friends. Well, you can keep mulling it over until the 11th hour if that's what you need. Right. Speaking of student council work, you mentioned having a good deal of trouble with vendors compared to last year, yes? Or yeah, about that. Apparently it's because people left their jobs without passing on the appropriate information. Seems like there's been more people like that in the past year, regardless of the industry. Is that so? Sounds like it might be related to the missing persons incident. But they must have all their own individual reasons to quit. The satisfaction of their current circumstances could be a common factor, though. At any rate, it'd be a shame not to make the most of the venue here. Do your meeting the right way and get yourselves some sweets. But of course, that's what we were intending from the start. Good luck to all of you, too. We get to see a manned rocket launch up and close and personal. What visitation could be more educational than that? I can hardly wait. Space development's sure to have some stumbling blocks, but the triumph of it all is going to be out of this world.
Trion Tower. One of Edith's major landmarks.
This next school trip was decided on all at once, so a decent number of students opted out of it. Guess that just means more souvenirs I'll have to buy.
And other various boutiques to peruse.
Longley's a fantastic filming location, so I have to make the most of it. Getting some footage of the rocket would put me over the moon. Too bad I probably couldn't use it in a movie.
Top shop for imports direct from the kingdom itself.
Come think of it, Albert and them are apparently having their own all-guys meeting. Different strokes for different folks, I guess. No matter what, we need to keep on keeping on. So if anything comes up on you, you've always got my ear. Try not to shoulder the world on your own, okay? That means a lot, Odette. Thank you. Different strokes for different folks, as I say. No matter what, we need to keep on keeping on. If anything comes up on you, you've always got my own ear, so try not to shoulder the world on your own, okay? You know, my brother mentioned there being sudden resignations in the Department of Internal Affairs too. Maybe there's more of a connection here than meets the eye. Speculating can only go so far, though.
Welcome to the Trion Mall.
Just being the only guy here is so damn awkward. Maybe a good dessert will keep me distracted.
You'll also find the birds.
I guess that spending time with everyone like this will only make my eventual goodbye more bittersweet. Still, it's not as though it'll be for good. Maybe I'll even invite you all to Liberal someday. It's not as though I have anything against Vega. Their singing is beautiful, and they're striving hard in their own rights. But when it comes to Lulu and Selah, I know the hopes and aspirations they held coming in. And those feelings were dismissed out of hand. I can't in good conscience support the ones who took their place.
Welcome to the Trion
This is
Mall.
incredible!
With you, was it? The music video they uploaded reached a massive view count in the blink of an eye. But maybe they lucked out and got an engagement boost from some influencer. Anyway, we got more important stuff to worry about. It's food for thought, sure, but right now our future hinges on us getting this job done. Full stop. I suppose.
Newly opened.
Well, there's no writing those girls off after all these views they've racked up. Can't say I saw it coming.
Imports direct.
But so what? Getting worked up about it now won't make a difference. At this point, we're in too deep to do anything but push our way through the end.
Check out their extensive selection from the CC.
These days, people can self-promote via Orbital net streaming. And it seems we'll be in for some stiff competition once our ambassador work is done. Where is a famous fan thief made an appearance at the auction house in the Chardin District. But that old goat from the Imperial Chronicle snatched up the scoop and left me in the pits. The space program's a gold mine too, but I can't even dig up the tiniest morsel of that juicy inside intel. Step out, Nicole. A game-changing scoop of your very own is out there somewhere. It's gotta be.
Here you'll find.
Oh, I missed this one.
I interest you in some
Official Project Startaker merchandise for sale here. Among our offerings is a collection of the first ever photographs taken in space. Buy it while you can. The world is going loony for outer space right now, but the only part of it I care about is the associated stocks. Should I secure my profits now or buy more? It's a fine line to walk.
Welcome.
Regarding the situation.
Once this day of the manned rocket launch was set, associated stocks hurled skyward, aptly enough. You might consider a massive reflection of the public's high expectations for the space program. One could book their profits here and now, but it's seeming as though the prices will continue to rise for a while yet. I'm also this casino's pit boss, believe it or not. Training new hires is part of my duties, and this one girl, Momoka, well, she worries me a little. I appreciate the energy, but she can be a bit childish in a way that irks her patrons from time to time. So it's hard to follow a passionate work ethic. I had my own share of bumps in the road back in my younger days, so I'll turn a blind eye here and there. But irking her patrons will ultimately undermine our casino's credibility. Maybe this calls for some more direct guidance. Heard about the commotion over at the Chardin. Troublemakers come in all forms by the sound of it. I only know the inside story secondhand, but still. Can we ever stay out of troubled wars? Something doesn't sit right about last night's missing persons cases either. Don't go sticking your necks out too far, got it? Sure thing, old timer, provided you pass along anything else you learn. Alright. May as well kiss peace and quiet goodbye for here and now. Hermione's network should have a beat in this sitch. Chances are there's some nasty work behind it all. Just what we needed, said no manager ever. Suppose I ought to give my staff a heads up too.
Too fast and loose.
The truth is, I used to be an illegal immigrant, nothing more than a drifter from the Central East. But luck took pity and introduced me to Dingo, who then referred me for a job here. To this day, everything I do and have in life is thanks to him. If only I could have finished repaying him before. Well, it still haunts me every now and again. Speaking of Dingo, his little protege dropped by here not too long ago. She came to get my advice before heading off to cover some stories in Farbad. Wonder how that's going for her. I can't say I have much faith though. That girl lands right in the intersection of Klutz and Ditz.
Let's do a search.
This woman earlier, Cecilia as I recall, with her level of skill, you'd never guess she was a beginner. Perhaps it's an experience that makes her playstyle so elegant in its simplicity, though having a natural gift for a game is certainly no detriment. I haven't had such low stakes fun in some time. It's a different kind of thrill, but not at all disagreeable. I just had the most exhilarating game of poker earlier. Even now, my heart is still pounding. Granted, the dealer was kind enough to adjust herself to the player's skill level, but still, in all, trying to read your opponent's hands makes for such fierce competition. Heh, what fun this casino is. I couldn't be more grateful to have my husband escort me these past 2 days. Only the dealer would go easy on me so I could farm more tokens and buy more of those OP accessories. Extravagance isn't something we often engage in. It's been a long while since we even so much as share a drink at a counter like this. Seeing my wife has such a grand time calls to my honeymoon somewhat. Little excursions such as these make for a pleasant departure, I suppose. Hey there, boy. Step right and play your little hearts out. Well, I still can't get over me running into Melloway on my lunch break. She kept droning on about the big spender she pulled in earlier, or the cute guy she saw this morning, or whoever. It's like, have some class, right? Hey, now that I plan on taking it lying down, next time I'll leave her sobbing eyeliner down her cheeks. Okay, gotta hold those customers inside to play their pay away. Melloway better wipe that pain face clean before I make her cry it off. Tee, go me! Is that the Walter Huckberry? He's the only the most of the quintessential investor of all of Calvard. Should I trouble him for a word or two? His predictions for a continental economy, perhaps, or no, his insider business tips. That'd make for quite the shallow impression, though, wouldn't it? And yet this opportunity is once in a lifetime. Seems I've got ceremonies to attend left and right over the weekend. Suppose this calls for a new suit. Might as well say hi to a familiar face or two while it's getting tailored. Mr. Alporto, the manager of the Saint Germain, for instance, he and I are well enough acquainted. And at that point, a teensy little cabaret club detour on the side won't make much difference, now will it? Please, Mr. Huckberry, consider a position. Not to mention, your schedule is already jam-packed. So, well, that's no fun, and you wonder why I hate my job. Oh yeah, KISARA'S artwork is on display at the museum right now, isn't it? I hope to carve some time out to go see it, but seems that's not in the cards till next week. I'm here in the Chardin District to interview for jobs. My spirit's this close to breaking. But there are plenty of places that pay well. I just need to put in the effort to win them over. And yet my unconscious mind keeps compelling me to look for that mysterious creature instead. No, bad Susan. Concentrate. At this rate, you could get a hiring offer straight out and still flub it.
Let's see.
Last night I saw this mysterious creature that looked straight out of a dream. She was so adorable that my exhaustion melted right out of me, along my heart. I was probably just hallucinating though. All that matters for now is focusing on those job interviews. I managed to win the lots I was selling, but my word, that auction was like nowhere I've ever attended. There wasn't a shred of decency to be found in that so-called fan thief. Why, it was as if she were a counterfeit of the very concept. I suppose it doesn't warrant any profound rumination, though, not when I have my next business negotiation ahead for. Perhaps I could grab a spot of lunch someplace. It'd be just the thing after so turbulent a morning. Indeed, though the Chardin appears to be quieting down, police investigations may yet continue for some time. Please take extra care to avoid causing the guests any undue concern. Understood, I'll let the rest of the staff know as well. Also, this is presumably unrelated to the matter at hand, but the housekeeping came across this while cleaning. Oh, might that be? Yes, judging by its apparent costliness, I believe we can guess which guest it belongs to. Well, no, we ought to get in touch with all haste, given the nature of the item. Yes, I believe we can guess which guest this belongs to. Hopefully he hasn't gone off too far yet. Is that for us to be G? Oh, my apologies. This issue is nothing so major. Lost properties are a common occurrence for any hotel. Given the nature of the item in question, however, we ought to get in touch with all haste. God, a fiasco at the Chardin, and it happened right under our noses. But with this many people about, we can't definitively say which, if any, individuals were suspicious. No, that excuse won't cut it. This is on me for not paying better attention. This is on me for not paying better attention. I'll right this wrong and redeem myself the next chance I get.
It's the perfect device to watch the launch from, wouldn't you say? T-phone.
Why is that cat singer or tip jar? Going home's not an option for me. It's make a living off my music or bust. Problem is, the money's not exactly rolling in yet, so I gotta sharpen my upmade technique. There was this one Elaine who stopped by earlier, though. A real lofty, larger-than-life type. You should try your hand at a ballad, she said. Singing's not really my speed, but guess it wouldn't hurt to experiment. Old lady. Lanster? This kitten sure took a liking to me. However, it's just because I'm on her turf, probably. She'll get bored and leave eventually.
Gloria, law review.
Hiking up the bid just to spite me, you despicable mirror-hungry cat, you. Beg pardon, just who, pray tell, is to blame for all these unceremonious stabs to my wallet? Sir, ma'am, please, the auction has ended. Now, while it pains me greatly to bring this up, will you happen to have the money to cover the items you successfully bid on? As both of you each have extensive histories of being in arrears, I'm afraid that an extended deadline will be out of the question. Should payment remain unrendered by the end of next week, your winning bids will be voided, along with your memberships. What, next week? My membership voided? You mean to say I'd be barred from participating? Try it all. Whatever shall I do? The final sum exceeds my budget. I can't possibly scrounge that much up on such short notice. Time to go to the Grim Garten to grind. Whatever shall I do? They've always deferred my payments so far. Losing a bit on those impaired Aramis works to that blessed Lord Cromwell is maddening already. So now they have me forfeit my rightful winnings too. Is there truly no salvaging this? A certain someone who shall remain unnamed has forced me to significantly over my budget. I couldn't possibly amass the payments on such short notice. Perhaps I could retract a few winning bids. No, even then, there's no guarantee of making the cutoff in time. I simply must procure the Mira. I sincerely apologize for all that has transpired at this morning's auction. We at the Chardin will take every effort to identify the root cause and prevent further recurrences. Furthermore, due to ongoing police investigations of the scene, access to the stage and auditorium is currently restricted. As tonight's event can still be held as scheduled, rest assured we shall be making preparations with all possible dispatch.
Welcome. Thank you.
Oh, Risette gift? Good, I'll help her catch up.
Please stop by again.
Somehow or another, Connie developed a fascination with sportsbook betting. The problem is, I never actually gambled myself. But they said you could get a penguin charm as a prize. Come on, Dad, can you get one for me, please, please, please? Well, oh, what the heck, everyone else is trying their luck, so why not? Anything to make you happy, Connie. Let's get this little adventure rolling. Yay, thanks, Dad. Betting games are a first for me, but I just can't look Connie in the eyes and say no. Well, nothing wrong with a city dweller having some city dweller fun. Besides, what the boy really wants is that little charm to get as a prize. Imagine all of that begging for a fancy toy rocket, only be satisfied by some cheap trinket. Heh. Big Penguin told me to give out little toy penguins as prizes. My dad's got this, I believe in him.
Thanks for stopping by.
What on earth is that costume?
I'm torn between making a win bet or show bet. In the former, your choice must take first place, but the latter eases the requirement to anywhere in the top 3. Now in that case, you'd get a better return placing a trio bet on the first, second, and third place finishers. Which choice is objectively the best?
Well,
Sounds like some real hullabaloo's going down at the theater. Just how is a woman to make her bets in piece of all that racket? Marte Municipal High extends their lead further and further. Will this be their first ever 1500 Arj freestyle win? Who in the what? Well, hot dog. At this rate, the goal is as good as... No, wait. St. Troy's Provincial High School is gaining. Victory is just in reach, but who will snatch it? Dig deeper, damn it. They're second provincial rank, so leave them there. Can't you dunderheads just take it all for once? The energy from her is palpable. So much for going cold turkey on the bang. Never again will I doubt the popularity of old school sports. Damn it all, who gave you permission to drag your ass on the ground? Don't you dare lose the lead, you... expletive, wet behind the ears, lol, expletives. Well, little penguin, are your terms of employment clear? No job well done means no paycheck, and no paycheck means no money for you to send back. I'll try my very best this. Anything to make myself useful to Monzer and them. Well, then you better get to pulling in those customers here. Oh, and about your tardiness, I'll be deducting from your wages accordingly. Stop, so stingy. You're a total slave driver, Latte. I can't make heads or tails of the situation, but it seems taxing. Most definitely. I'm going to try my very best this. Just you wait and see, Latte. If you say so, no, get to working those slippers up, okay? The kid's on the spacey side, so she's going to need some good proper employee training. Oh, and try to keep out of it, if you don't mind. Save us all the trouble, you know? All my fellow scalpers from way back when sank down deep into the Blacklight District. But hell if I'm going to that mag-infested dump. Nothing but a load of scumbags in bed with each other. I did make my way there once in my younger days, only to lose the shirt off my back and the skin off my bones to their illegal gambling racket. Yeah, I bet they're still cackling their asses off at me at this very second. Oof, never again, I'm a Lone Ranger for life now. The repair woman we had in earlier this morning did an incredible job. Not only did she get a stage equipment in order, but her sound system and air conditioning too, all with time spare. She was fairly young, easy on the eyes, even, from the right angle, or maybe I just imagined that part. One thing's for sure though, the girl was an enigma, so we'll definitely call on her services again the next time someone comes up. Thanks to that repair woman, our special performance the day after next is all set and ready to go. She was on the mysterious side, but real easy on the eyes from the right angle. Well, one way or another, we'll definitely be calling her on her again the next time someone comes up, even though this place probably scares her a lot.
To assist.
Hey, is this true some cat-suited Kingster lady busted into the Chardin? The nerve of her during up a classy place like that. So, what was it like in person? Don't hold back. God, the curiosity is killing me so bad. Not even the dancing babes can hold my focus. This kid's already too far gone, huh? What a show. How about a hand for Iris and Paisley's steamy debut, everyone? It's a steamy duet. Now let's get to the part you've been waiting for. Step on up and mingle with the dancers themselves. I've been wondering, is Meloy ever coming back from pulling in customers or what? She said she was a pro at it, but it's been so long. Like, I'm starting to freak out a little long. Hello. Did everybody enjoy themselves? No one does it better than you, Iris. Wolfless, so give our table some love too. Mwah, thanks for all the support, big boys. Aw, be still in my heart. Over here, Paisley, I've got a nice fat tip for you. Ashlyn may not be a dancer, but her creamy white thighs still hit all the right moves. And when it comes to her biggest charm point, though, that wily personality takes the cake. Oh, and free tip, well, one night splurge fests are all well and good. Gals in this line of work prefer a guy who plays the long game. Today's booming economy brought a rise in the nouveau riche. But if you ask me, those all shine no substance types don't impress. Crossing the classy way is what really separates the cream from the chaff. Okay, I think it's actually better to have Aaron for this conversation. I took a peek at it, and it definitely seems more relevant to him than to Judith.
Let's go.
Very well.
Sure.
Gian, what the hell are you doing here?
Oh, it's you lot. I heard about what went down this morning.
It's been some time. Since last spring, yes? Good to see you again, Aaron. The rest of you as well. It seems Lao Da Mao, old Boss Cat's granddaughter, isn't with you today, though.
Yeah, the game won't let you have both in the party for this section for some reason.
Who do you think you're calling old Boss Cat? You're the same as ever, you wrinkly coot.
Oh, well, I guess considering how well connected you are, it shouldn't be a surprise you know him too. You here asking about the society? Now nix that. It's gotta be about wherever Sal and Ashen are after, isn't it? Of course, that would make sense. Indeed, you're correct. Strange disappearances and a mysterious white ornament. The details of what happened at the auction house have been shared across Hayway, and the various families have begun to make their moves. However, I'm unable to share anything more than that with you. But shouldn't we be cooperating as much as we can in times like this? Tish, I know I'm not in Hayway, so you can't tell me jack shit, but still. Well, this geezer is being so unusually stubborn today, it's even giving me a headache. At this point, we both know each other's weaknesses, so it's a real pain in my backside trying to break him down. I should have underestimated you. Yes, I imagine she's just about the only person who could negotiate with one of Hayway's elders like this. Well, we have gotten some new information via the society about the white ornament they left to you. Since you were the ones who went through the effort of getting it, I suppose we can give you something to work with as compensation. Much obliged. If you know that much, then I guess we had some scary folks following us the whole time we were down in that basement, huh? Wait, really? We were probably already marked by the time we visited Sal and Ashen for information. I didn't even notice, but wouldn't Shizuna have been able to see them? I'm sure she spotted them, yeah. Probably decided it'd be funnier to let them be, though. Look, she totally would. So, old man, what's this info you got for us? Strictly speaking, I'm not part of Arkride Solutions, but I hope it's okay if I sit in on this as well. I'll join myself if it's all the same. You might call it information, but it's more a question than it is answer. So the white ornament you recovered. As I'm sure you know it right, it bears a strong resemblance to Epstein's legacy, the Genesis. Yeah, your point? You may have forgotten, but one of them was hidden away in Longport. To be precise, it was in Heilong Changzai, the land that was sealed away 4 years ago. Wait, is that? Oh, I remember them mentioning this before. If I recall correctly, that location has close ties to Aaron's circumstances. As you learned back then, we of Hayway sealed the tyrant away to die there. And one of the Genesis you came there for was sealed in the very same place with him. So that then begs the question, why do you have one of Professor Epstein's devices in the first place? When, from whom, and under what circumstances did the tyrant obtain that Genesis? Now, no one, not even us at the highest levels of Hayway, had any knowledge about that device being there. For real? Huh, if it was 4 years ago, that would have been 15 years after Professor Epstein had passed. How could it have possibly made it all the way from him to Longport? Thinking about it, it's the same sort of situation for those people with the white ornaments, right? That's right. Groups similar to DG, ornaments that are similar to Genesis. There are a lot of coincidences piling up all of a sudden. So, it's AD. That's more of an important point than I expected. That's all the compensation I can give you for now. But as long as the family heads are operating in the same area, such as Edith, there are more likely to be times where they'll collaborate. So feel free to arrange for any fur exchanges you'd like with myself, my granddaughter, Sao, or even Yin. Yep, that's the plan. And one of these days, you're gonna be the one coming to us for info. It's been some time since I last visited Edith's own entertainment district, in this stiff, formal getup especially. I'd be spending my days whining and dining folks from the Business Owners Association and the governmental departments. But perhaps tomorrow I can slip into something more comfortable and let my hair down as a little pre-departure pick-me-up. Can you act your age a little for once and find a nice rocking chair to... Wait, departure where? Not staying for this weekend's launch ceremony like you did for the Revolution Festival. Oh, there will be several others from your families in attendance. It would cause undue offense, after all, where we lose to always push ourselves to the forefront. What a bullshit excuse. Must be acting in tandem with Asha and Sal's people, I had to guess. It's been some time since I last visited Edith's own entertainment district, in this stiff, formal getup especially. Running this old coot here may just be a stroke of fate. I'll try to pry a little more intel on Hayway and whatnot out of him. Something somewhere is burning unattended. You can smell that much in the air. I'll back up whatever measure I can, so put your best nose forward and get to sniffing. Yeah, sure thing. Something somewhere is burning. You couldn't put it more aptly. Yes, and wherever it is, odds are the CID or the presidential office is leaving a beat. Running into this old coot here, it just may be a stroke of fate. Try to pry a little more intel on Hayway and whatnot out of him.
Well.
Oh, you mister, you and your pals playing the stock market? If not, you ought to while it's going so good. They started up tax exemptions on it, didn't you know? I hear loads about investing, but believe me when I say shares in the space industry are right on the brink of blasting off. So if you want to load up, now's the time. I'll even throw you some insider info, for a small fee that is. Space stocks are all set to blast off starting next week. Even I bought a barrel full myself I did. If you want in, then grease the wheels with a little donation. Well, I don't know if me and high-end clubs really go together. Oh, no, not buying. What a letdown. And here I was all ready to give you some of our extra special service. Extra special service? Gulp, can you be more specific? It's not that I'm against the idea. You could spin this as just part of the Edith tourist experience. No, wait, the guidebook says to steer clear of the Chardin District solicitors for a reason. Oh, do I say or do I dare? My head's swimming. I know for a fact that I can get any of our male clientele eating right out of my hand. So I only call to guys with loose-looking purse strings. Efficient and streamlined is the mellowway MO. You won't get that from a certain stuck-up witch who will smoosh up anything with a pulse. It's like, have some shame, right? Lunch was total torture, but at least I gotta take Momoka down a few pegs. Seriously though, how's it that she and I always end up running into each other? We'll like the same store, sacred breaks at the same time, so it's like having a rash that keeps coming back. They say if your rivalry goes on long enough, you might actually have feelings for each other.
What to do?
Vandalized Art, the work of one of the artists, KISARA, in our free up-and-coming artist exhibition has been vandalized. We would like to figure out who is responsible for this deplorable act, but we need this matter to be handled discreetly. Plus return to use, Regan. If you can help us, come by the Museum of Modern and Contemporary Art. Event planner. Closed temporarily. Closed temporarily. Seems to be related to the forest PG we saw earlier. Are you going to take it on, Van? I am pretty curious about it. Let's talk to them now. Are you just going to keep hearing about? Thank you for coming all this way. No worries, it's all part of the job. More importantly, it seems like you've got something big going down. Well, yes. We're putting on a free person exhibit to get people excited about the future of contemporary art. Perhaps it'd be easier to just show you what's going on. This is... my goodness. Awful, isn't it? Here is what the original picture looked like for reference. Kisara does do graffiti, so I can see how someone would think this is intentional if they haven't seen the original. So the area that's been painted over is too big. Yes, this is nothing but a desecration of the artist's work. When did you first notice this? It was being displayed to the general public as usual this morning. Yeah, I saw it too. There weren't any issues I was aware of. As it happens, we had maintenance scheduled to be done the exhibition hall at noon today. We closed temporarily at exactly 12 o'clock. An inside job. I call it maintenance, but it was mostly just adjusting the lighting. We leave it to the artists themselves to handle who comes and goes during that time. That was when this occurred. An incident during maintenance, huh? Well, who's the one who found it first? That would be Angie, one of Kisara's friends from school. She was going in and out of the exhibition hall, helping Kisara. Apparently she had seen it when she had just come back from the restroom. Nobody else was there at the time. There was a window when it was unattended. Yes, that's right. Angie actually shrieked when she saw us. She was so startled. I came running. I said, other members of staff. That was around 12:50 p.m. I see. In short, the perp was someone involved in the exhibit. Based on what we've heard, it doesn't seem possible for an outsider to be the culprit. Yeah, that makes sense to me. I'm glad you're quick to understand. He's sort of a victim of the situation, went as far as to say the piece had become charming in its own way. She even claimed we didn't need to look for a culprit, but as the person in charge of this exhibition, I cannot ignore what happened. I suppose that's true. Yes, and we cannot deny the possibility of this occurring a second time. That said, I really don't want to make this into a major incident either. Which is why Kisara recommended I reach out to the Spriggan for help. That's one question answered. Say, do you mind if everyone involved sticks around? Not at all. I've already made a call to have everyone remain here. Kisara left in shock, as you might expect. But if need be, I'm sure she would be willing to answer your questions. I see, and it seems everything is in place for us to make a deduction. Well, I get a picture now. For the record, I was working on the second floor at midday, so I have no knowledge about who came or went from the exhibition hall. My alibi shouldn't have any issues, so I'd appreciate it if you don't count me among your suspects. Confident, aren't you? You don't seem to be lying at any rate. Why don't we start by having a brief chat with the other people involved?
Let's start this 4SPG, shall we?
You guys are the fixers then. Appreciate the help. Let me start by saving you some time. I didn't do it. You got proof? There was simply never a time when I was alone. Raymond asked me for help, so I was working with him the whole time. Really? We better check with Raymond too to see if his story tracks. Just for reference, may I ask what kind of work you were doing here? Sure, the appearance of rust is crucial to these pieces, but it can change bit by bit. So regularly check the color and adjust the balance accordingly. I see, the appearance. Anyway, I get that you're particular about this. But tell me, what do you think of KISARA'S art? Well, of the three of us exhibiting, her work seems to be getting the most attention. We're not alone, I have no choice but to be conscious of it. But I would never do anything to defile another person's art. Is that right? I understand. I always think of myself as the artistic be-all and end-all when creating my pieces. So sure, if somebody else's work got more acclaim instead, that's not the sort of thing I can ignore. But still, not even I'd go as far as to vandalize somebody else's work. We're having everybody involved with the event remain here. The investigation is yours to conduct. Please find the culprit for us. You're the curator here, right? Think you could tell us what you know? Well, I was helping Mehmed at noon today. We got lunch together after that, so I can at least prove his alibi. Mehmed's Zidane. He's the one who created the sculptures on the right side of the exhibition hall. We'll want to confirm this with him later. As far as the others go, I honestly have no idea. Honestly, I'm finding this whole thing to be hard to swallow. You have my sympathies. Anyway, next to your testimony. So just how did it end up like this? Hindsight is 20/20, but even so, I should have been paying closer attention. You must be the ones investigating the incident. I'll answer any questions I can. Fire away. Alright then, I'll start with your alibi. I don't remember exactly when I was in the exhibition room, but it shouldn't be hard to prove. I was with Ashanti the whole time. The entire time. That matches the testimony we just heard from her. That doesn't leave much room for doubt. By the way, what were you doing in the exhibition room? I was adjusting the lights that illuminate the art. Although it's indoors, the lighting still changes between morning and afternoon. I'm mindful of how the shadows fall. It may not sound like much, but the work I do is vital. Sounds like there's a lot to think about behind the scenes. Wow, this has been informative. Last question, may I ask what you think of Kisara? Well, she's the youngest of the three of us. To put it plainly, I think she's more passionate than either Felix or myself. But that's exactly why I can't afford to let her outdo me. We may work in different mediums, but she ignites my fighting spirit. I see, that makes sense. I just don't understand how things came to this. Worst comes to worst, our free artist exhibition may end up cancelled entirely. Haven't seen you since yesterday, Raymond. Mind if we ask you some questions? Man, yes, of course. Though to be honest, I don't know much. I was busy helping Felix at midday after all. We were together the whole time. That matches what we heard before. In that case, it seems likely that they're both innocent. I take it you don't know much about what was happening around you then. Yes, I'm sorry to say. Surely all I know is that Felix is innocent. Alright, that's all our questions answered. The only thing I know for sure is that Felix is innocent. Sorry I can't offer anything more. Oh, it's you guys. Kisara's always talking about you. We work out of Old Town. You might say we've got a bit of a connection to Kisara. I'm sure what happened here must be quite a shock. Though it might be difficult for you. Will you mind cooperating with us so we can find a culprit? Alright, but I don't know if I'll be of any help. You were with Kisara at the time, right? Yeah, right. She wanted me to help her reposition her painting. I got here at 12:30 PM, I think. She sounds like she's hiding something. It seemed like everyone else had already finished by then, but that's when we got to work. So you two were the last ones there. The work itself didn't take more than 10 minutes. Kisara said she wanted to use the restroom, so I went with her. I finished first, so I went back to the exhibition hall before she did. And that's when you saw a painting like that. I was really surprised. I even shrieked. And that's when everyone else came running. Did Kisara lag behind the others? Yeah, she was the last to arrive. I tried to talk to her, but she just left the art gallery. I understand. I think that's all we need for now. Thank you so much, Angie. Don't mention it. Seems like we've learned all we can out of these people. Yes, you're right. We have enough to make a tentative inference, but while nobody's stalling around, let's give a report for now. Oh, Kisara, how did it turn out like this? How did it go? Did you determine the culprit? I think we're on the cusp. You mind guarding everyone here? It seems like you found the truth. I'm nervous for some reason. Hold nothing back. Tell us, who's the culprit? Well, we don't have conclusive evidence yet, but... someone else. The culprit is someone who isn't here. Huh? So Kisara herself, maybe? No way. That's right. That's ridiculous. Let me speak bluntly. It was Angie, wasn't it? Hold on, you can't just decide that on your own. It's true that according to our investigation, Angie was the only one without an alibi. But we learned there was one other person without an alibi. It couldn't be. Curtis! Are you guys still stuck there? I spotted Kisara, but then I lost sight of her again. So it was Kisara, what? Curtis? So he's been pursuing Kisara, huh? What in the world? Leave the talk for later, we're going after them. I'm coming too. No, don't tell me she got possessed by the white, she got possessed by that white light. From the replica genesis. The altar cores. Van and Curtis exchanged information and decided to be up in Riverside. Whenever I spot Kisara, she gets away again. I'm not sure, but I think she's still nearby. Sounds like it'd be most efficient if we split into two groups. We'll take the far side of the bridge, so you two take this one. Got it. Alright, we'll look into this side of the river. Then we'll leave the other side of you. Yep, we got this.
Performing shard search.
Grab cluster. Finally found you, Kisara Christia. Well done, Spriggan. Do you enjoy getting to play detective? Do you really do it yourself, Kisara? That's why you came here, isn't it? Because you thought so. Well, it's true. Are you freaking kidding me? We finally caught up to you. Perfect timing. Why don't you two hear this too? What do you think I am? Huh? Kisara? Until just half a year ago, I was nobody. A stone on the road, or less than that, I was gutter trash. Yeah, I made all kinds of connections, and before I knew it, the tide was carrying me along. And now the world thinks of me as some sort of genius young artist. What's wrong with that? If anything, it's a blessing. I thought so too, at first. But it was all make-believe. What people want, what the world wants isn't me. They want my title. That's not true. That free person exhibit is proof. Put bluntly, my work makes even garbage look like fine art in comparison. The piece I made in Messelam was nothing short of atrocious, so I do say so myself. The graffiti I created after losing my mom, after abandoning North Ambria where I was born, had soul, the rebellious spirit that boiled in the pit of my stomach. Kisara. Definitely left an impact. But now I'm soiled by the people around me. And even if a part of me feels that's not such a bad thing, there's no way graffiti painting in these conditions can have any kind of soul. Yet nobody realizes it, nobody points it out. They'll just say, so since it's a piece of a genius, it has to be good. And yeah, no one understands the real me. And the truth comes to light. That's why I painted over that trash. Looking at it was unbearable. The only reason I didn't come forward about it immediately was because the event planner's reaction was funny. He was so obsessed with the young genius that he never suspected me from the start. Huh, what a joke. I understand your feelings, really, but they've become twisted. This is the real me. If you can't handle it, then too bad. But boy, I sure feel a lot better now. Think they'll expel me from Aramis? I bet they'll even stop calling me a genius. Fine with me. I've been nothing but trash from the get-go. Kisara, you. Grow up. Angie? I've done nothing but stand by while you got this crap out of your system. Sure, maybe this dark, brooding, tough-talking Kisara is the real you, but the bright, pure-hearted, honest Kisara is real too. I won't let you deny it. Angie, I've got something to say too. You were raging about how the people around you don't understand you. But everyone has prejudices. Everyone has their own point of view in the world. So name recognition is just as much of a legitimate basis of appraisal. I think the fact that you can't even understand that makes you the one who's self-important, don't you? Irk! Those are harsh words. They are to the point. Why don't you just cut this all out? What? I'm sure you think you're in too deep after all that tough talk. But you've thought the same thing your friends are saying too, right? It's true. Maybe right now I'm just a brat throwing a tantrum. But it's too late to erase what I've done. Kisara, do you really think that's far ahead? What difference does that make? Just paint over it. That's definitely something you can do in graffiti. But I've already lost sight of how I feel. What do we suggest? Express her dark side. Express her dark, bright side. Express both sides. Not to steal someone else's analogy, but why not follow up on your darker side? The feelings you have for the people who denied or taken advantage of you. For the adults who never look below the surface and only make judgments convenient to them, like they did today. I'm talking about your brewing anger towards those people. My darker side, huh? Makes sense. That's definitely something I know how to express. Yeah, I need to farm more chaos points. I don't know if Horizon 2 is going to reward you for maxing out a stat. After being persuaded, Kisara returned to the Museum of Modern and Contemporary Art to confess to her crime. With the approval of the necessary people, she transformed the work she had defiled into a new piece of art. It's done. Darkness within. Angry cat. I hate to say it, but this is really amazing. Yeah, just what I expect from Kisara. It really draws you in. I think it's partly because we know what went into it. Indeed, there is passion here that the original could not match. I'm ashamed of my own thoughtlessness now that I've heard the story. It's really a splendid piece. My dark brewing feelings haven't changed much, but I guess I succeeded in expressing them in a new way. Yeah, your spirit really shows through in this work. I bet the exhibit will become even more lively as a result. Yeah, the sudden new edition is going to really get people talking too. That's true. In any case, that settles that.
That takes care of that.
Reward deposited.
Chaos went up. It's almost maxed out, so I should probably start going to the others soon. So it's kind of crazy that your entire LGC choice can actually change which artwork goes up. If I picked a different one, maybe I would have gotten a different piece of art, huh? But I feel like choosing the gray option is supposed to be, it would be more thematically correct. I don't know. There's no denying that I place the brunt of the focus on the creators as opposed to their pieces. I hope we can all treat this as a lesson learned and apply it going forward. So Kisara to face her own work. Honestly, I'm dumbfounded. But even still, this piece gives off an aura like no other. It's really stoking my competitive spirit. Thanks to this little incident, Kisara Christia's work will probably garner even more recognition now. To tell you the truth, it's got me seething, but my next piece will be leaving her in the backseat instead. Just see if it doesn't. That was a whole lot to take in, but you know, I feel closer to Kisara because of it. All's well that ends all, right? I really owe Angie and Chris an apology. Same goes for you guys. Thanks for everything today. A repainted piece, a novel idea to be sure. Even I find myself newly inspired by it. Ingenuities like these are exactly what make contemporary art so enthralling. I got handed to you, Spriggan. You really know how to solve things from outside of the box. About all those things Kisara's been struggling with, though. We might come from totally different backgrounds, but something about them really hit home for me. We plan to reopen for the day once everything's set up again. The only question is, how will the visitors react to Kisara's Born Again piece? I'm having fun just imagining it.
Care to buy him? Come again!
Performing shard search.
The acquaintance of mine is here in the capital, so I came up top to visit them just now. But what do I find on my way back with this intriguing little aftermath? I may as well see if this graffiti artist's work is all that's cracked up to be, once they're finished setting up anyway. Look at you, showing up like it's no big deal. I wasn't aware you had an appreciation for art. That's a little surprising. Oh please, it's just a minor work-related association. See, a former patient of mine is what the discerning would call a virtuoso in the field. Who do you think she means? Sounds like a long story, but honestly I'd rather not dig into it. Alright, I'm just gonna spread these Connect events out over a few videos. That might be better than doing them all at once. For time management's sake. Okay, Yume's got a new toy camera and she's in high spirits. Apparently she wants to take pictures all over Old Town. I'm worried she's so excited she might not be careful. Maybe I should go with her. Van's group decided to take a short break. Everyone split up so they could spend their free time as they pleased.
Van! Say cheese!
Whoa, you surprised me there. Already putting your new camera to good use, huh? I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yup, it's super cute. I love it. I want to take pictures of all kinds of things and people. Oh yeah? Sounds good to me. What kinds of stuff are you thinking of? I want to take pictures of Old Town. Oh, and everyone in your office. Those are cool and all, but aren't they a little close by? I don't mind you taking you somewhere in my truck where you can see more interesting stuff to photograph. Well, today I want to take pictures of Old Town and everyone here. Guess it might be a good idea to start with stuff nearby. Besides, taking pics of everyday things can give you a chance to see them in a new light. Alright, in that case, can I tag along? If you change your mind, I'd still be happy to take you to another district too. Okay, thanks, man. After that, Van and Yumé wandered all over Old Town, and Yumé took photos of everyday life in the district. Yeah, I'm just doing my usual work, but are you going to take my photo? Yep, you always look super duper pretty when you're working. Oh, you'll take Grandpa's photo, I'm so happy. Hey, why aren't you looking at the camera? You're trying to ruin Yume's photo? Of course not, it's just, you know, since I'm always dealing with the paparazzi, I turn away from cameras on reflex. And should I even be in any of her photos considering my work? Oh, we've got a camera. Awesome. It's a little embarrassing, but thanks for taking my photo. You should get in the picture with us, Yumé. Let's take a group photo. A toy camera, huh? I think that's wonderful. It's only natural to want to capture important memories that you can hold on to, so you can hold on to them. Please, feel free to take photos of all the things in your daily life that are important to you. You got a good eye, kid. Taking a photo of us when we're at our cleanest is the right move. I never thought the day would ever come when you'd take a photo of me. It's kind of a strange feeling. It's ordinary days like today that are worth capturing as memories. Wow, already taking photos, huh? Would you like to take some promo shots for us? Ooh, you can even do a collab with Kisara. Oh, I get it. You're planning to put all these photos into the album you got for Anya's. Yep, since I'm giving her an album, I thought it'd be nice if it came with some photos too. It'd be kind of sad if it was all empty. I think that's a great idea. After all, the time she's spent here in Old Town and all the work she's done with the artists are definitely important to her. And I bet your photos will really help her appreciate that, Yume's. Plus, I think it'll be a nice surprise when she finds out you did all this for her. It's just too bad there won't be any pics of Anya, since it's supposed to be a surprise and all.
Don't worry, I have an idea. I'm gonna take pictures of her with everyone at the birthday party. And then, I'll give her those pictures with the album.
Man, you really thought this through, huh?
Yep. Since I'm giving all these memories to Anya's, I gotta make sure to do it right.
And I bet doing all of this will be a good memory for you too. Which will help make this even more unforgettable for Anya's.
Yep, of course. That's why the day after tomorrow, you gotta make a ton of new memories with me and everyone else.
Heh, will do. Memories, huh? The one she makes from here on will eventually guide her in the future.
Thanks, Van.
Huh? For what?
You're always making memories with me. Like today, you came with me to take pictures, and it was super duper fun.
That's right, even I'm one of Yumé's memories. Come on now, I had a blast too, you know. I'm the one who should be thanking you.
Really? I'm glad.
Yep, here's to the future, Yumé. Now then, I'd better help with the prep for Anya's birthday party too.
Yeah!
After that, Van helped Yumé put the album together and wrap it up. After making some suggestions for a party based on his experience with the Aramis Academy Festival, Van met up with the artists and got back to work. Next, though, I will have to... All you get is a holocore voice, really? A cosmetic, essentially. Yeah, I'm saving that for... I'm saving that for the connection... I'm saving that for Grim Garten stuff. I'll just buy her Connect events then. Yeah, I'll give you our Tyrol bombs. Yeah. Thanks for tuning to this Let's Play of Trails Beyond the Horizon. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and or hit the bell icon.